Welcome back to Super Thief. I'm William H, and today we'll be counting down the top 10 drama series on Netflix. And with Netflix having released so many heavy-hitting drama series, picking this list was not easy. But with that out the way, let's hop into the drama. We start off at number 10 with the quality young adult mystery drama that is The Outer Banks. Set in a coastal town along the Outer Banks of North Carolina, where there's a stark divide between the wealthy seasonal residents and working class locals. We follow a group of local teenagers determined to figure out what happened to the missing father of the group's ringleader, John B. And while doing so, they discover an ancient treasure. The show presents an often captivating adventure drama that swings from treasure hunting action to star-crossed romance, offering up tension, romance, and a talented cast to boot. Maybe there is some over-the-top character portrayals here and there, but if you're in the mood for some Stranger Things meets National Treasure, definitely try out Outer Banks on Netflix. Next at number 9, we have Orange is the New Black, the award-winning Netflix original comedy drama series that spanned no less than 7 seasons. Main protagonist here is Piper Chapman, who is sentenced to 15 months in Litchfield Penitentiary, a minimum security women's federal prison in upstate New York, due to her smuggling drugs for a friend 10 years prior. In prison, Chapman, along with the other inmates, attempt to grapple with the challenges of prison life. Presenting a sharp mix of black humor and dramatic gravitas, fascinating characters, and deeply emotional moments. This is one show that really knows how to hook you in. So, if you're up for some snarky humor in your drama, you won't go wrong with Orange is the New Black. And at number 8, we have Heartstopper, a recent surprise British coming-of-age comedy drama adapted from a graphic novel by Alice Oseman. The show primarily focuses on Charlie Spring, a gay schoolboy who falls head over heels for his classmate Nick Nelson, whom he sits next to in class, while the show at the same time follows the lives of their friends Tao, Elle, and Darcy. Giving us a beautiful love story as well as an exploration of sexuality, the show shows how difficult being young and gay can be as it explores friendships, gender, and sexuality in a way few shows do. On top of that, the chemistry between Nick and Charlie really pops off the screen. So, if you're up for an inclusive romantic drama on Netflix, don't miss out on Heartstopper. Next up, we have You, the highly original psychological thriller drama based on the books by Carolyn Kempnes of the same name. The show revolves around Joe Goldberg, who we first meet as a bookstore manager in New York, who also happens to be a serial killer. Joe develops obsessions over the women that catch his eye, quick to stalk them both on social media and in real life. What makes the show stand out so much is how it never tries to make Joe the good guy, instead revealing his psyche so the audience gets to understand him, especially through the main character's own narration. And with Penn Badgley in particular nailing the role here. So if you're looking for an original thriller drama series on Netflix, you will absolutely love this one. Landing at number 6 is Queen's Gambit, a 2020 coming-of-age period drama based on the 1983 novel of the same name by Walter Tevis. Starting in the mid-1950s, leading into the 1960s, the series focuses on Beth Harmon, who is orphaned after losing her mother, but discovers her exceptional visualization skills make her a chess prodigy. We then witness her storm her way to the top of the chess world, all the while struggling with the drug and alcohol addictions as she tries to control her childhood drama. Anya Taylor-Joy is incredible in the lead role here, and the show benefits from director Scott Frank's many quick cuts and amazing shots. All in all, if you're up for a drama that's both a sports story and prestige drama, you will not go wrong with Queen's Gambit on Netflix. At number 5, we have The Sandman, based on the legendary comics by Neil Gaiman of the same name. This grand, time-traveling fantasy drama is centered around Dream of the Endless, who after having been imprisoned for decades, is bent on reclaiming the stolen items that grant him his powers, and restore the realm called the Dreaming. After previous attempts to adapt The Sandman into a movie got stuck in development hell, many were skeptical the intricate source material could be successfully converted into a series. But the show does an incredible job faithfully capturing everything that makes the comic such a masterpiece. The stories and settings are all immersive and often jaw-droppingly gorgeous as well, and the whole thing is elevated even further by its nearly perfect casting. So, if you're up for a thought-provoking, surreal fantasy drama, definitely try Netflix's The Sandman. Next at number 4, we have Peaky Blinders, a British period crime drama. Set in Birmingham just after the First World War, it follows the endeavors of the Peaky Blinders, a crime gang on the rise, and in particular the gang's ambitious and cunning leader Tommy Shelby, played by Cillian Murphy. This show never stops being stylish and fun, boasting a superb cast and a plot that is always moving, ensuring the show is bursting with energy as it hooks you into it. You may have to bear through the absolute start a little bit as it shakes off some few opening cliches, but stick with it and you've just found an absolutely riveting crime drama on Netflix. Landing at the number 3 spot is The Crown, an historical drama about the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, portraying her life from her wedding in 1946 to Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, all the way up to the so-called War of the Waleses and the resulting divorce of Diana and Prince Charles in its most recent season. With constant powerful performances and all-round lavish cinematography, The Crown is every inch the top-notch production worthy of its grand subject, while at the same time succeeding in portraying these larger-than-life figures as the humans they really are. So, for all those out there who eat all the royalty stuff up with a spoon, or just fans of period dramas, you really can't go wrong with Netflix's The Crown. And for our penultimate drama series entry, we have Squid Game, the surprise South Korean mega hit that blew viewers away in 2021. For those who don't already know, the show revolves around an underground tournament where everyday people compete in deadly children's games to win one single huge cash prize. The primary protagonist here is Sung Gi-hoon, a divorced father who lives with his elderly mother. Sung is lured to become a contestant in the games, and it quickly becomes clear that the contestants that lose a game will die. The show's unflinching brutality, razor-sharp social commentary, and surprisingly heartfelt performances will keep you positively glued to the screen for all its 9 episodes, with episode 6 in particular being an absolute masterclass in drama. So, if you haven't given this streaming phenomenon a chance yet, and you're looking for an original captivating drama, don't hesitate to start watching Squid Game on Netflix. And at number 1, we have what may well be the best spin-off series ever created in Better Call Saul. In this excellent drama series, we follow Jimmy McGill, a hustler with ambitions of becoming a lawyer, before his life is to be turned upside down by one Walter White in the events of Breaking Bad. We see Jimmy constantly running into walls as a long line of betrayals eventually start driving him to his transformation into the slick as hell Saul Goodman. The show is almost never not comedically quirky, but also very dark, heart-punching, and dramatic. And this is in no small part due to lead Bob Odenkirk's consistently stellar portrayal of Jimmy. On top of that, the series benefits from absolute top-notch writing and a host of perfectly rounded characters that have the most believable relationships with one another. So, if you're looking for drama that's equal parts dark as it is comedic, make sure you don't miss out on Better Call Saul. And that's it for the top 10 drama series on Netflix. And please don't forget to subscribe as I need your support to keep the channel going. See you guys next time.